Hello, welcome to How to Play Fireman Solitaire. This is an interesting 2-deck solitaire. Normally I don't focus on 2-deck solitaires, but I play it online all the time, and it's pretty fun. So you're going to separate the 6s and the 7s and deal them into 2 wheels, and then you're going to go ahead and deal 8 different cards into what's known as windows. You have a draw deck and a discard pile. Anything in a window that in order to play a card from the draw deck, you need to clear a window. So that's what we do by placing the king, then the queen, then that jack. So that gave us 3 windows to play. Then we're going to eventually try to find a 5 or an 8 to put on top of a 7 or a 6. In the 6 wheel, you need to decrease to ace. In the 7 wheel, you need to increase to king. Anything that goes in the discard pile will later be flipped. So strategic placement is key to this solitaire. I am not going to tell you how to play the game well. That is for you to discover. I'm simply going to explain this game for you, this process. So essentially what you're doing is you're considering which cards to put in the discard pile, which cards to not put in the discard pile, which ones to wait on. It's a risk, sometimes it pays off. What you don't want to do is not place well in the discard pile and it fill up, and when the draw deck runs out, what's going to happen is your discard pile is going to get flipped over upside down, and you're going to then turn that into a draw pile. After that, your discard pile has to be played. So you can end the game abruptly, or at least lock it out, if you do not place things in the correct order. What that order is, you'll find out by playing the game, because if I tell you now, it'll just give up the entire strategy. This game is going to be winnable 100% of the time, but essentially what you're doing is you're playing cards to their suit. Each card must be suit on suit. That's why you have 8 different spokes on both wheels. The 7 spoked wheel being cards that need to increase, and the 6 wheel being cards that need to decrease to ace. So as long as you have an open window, you can play a card from the draw deck to that window, and you can't reveal any more cards from the draw deck until you have an open spot in the window. That's what the discard pile is for. So now that our draw deck is empty, we go ahead and turn over our discard pile, and anything we put now in the new discard pile, we have to play. Otherwise, that card gets buried. So you be very careful how you do that, because you will lock the game up if we were to say put a king down and we can't ever get to a queen on the same suit. So you have to be extremely careful, because you can lock the game up. And so once you have all the cards filled out, you just go ahead and turn them over so you know you got that part of the wheel done. So now we're playing the rest of our cards from our discard pile. We placed them in the right order. The game's not locked up. And then once both piles are done, that's a successful game. And as always, if you actually want to play something besides Solitaire, come to our Reddit page. Tell us what city you're in, what games you know, and what games you want to play. I know I didn't produce a lot of videos this week, and I do apologize for that. There will be a whole lot more. It's not because I didn't have ideas, it's just because I didn't have time. I got some other activities that are going to be preoccupying me, but do tell other people about this channel. We do obscure card games that you can't find anywhere else. If you know of a card game that you cannot find instructions for, or a dice game, or, well, practically any game, with the exception of commercial board games, my goal is to stay away from stuff that needs to be purchased, and instead focus on stuff that can either be done yourself, in-house, or assembled with some basic gaming components that everybody pretty much already owns. So if you have a game that needs to be done, a how-to video, and it can be done with simple material, let me know in the comments section what game that is. I'll look it up if I can't find another video of it. Or if whoever made the last video of it has stopped producing game content altogether and is buried in obscurity, I will probably resurrect that game and make a video of it myself. I still have a lot of ideas left to go. and I will be producing new videos coming each week. So do subscribe, do like, and do share on social media this channel. Let your friends know, hey, I want to play card games. It's been a while since we played card games. This week, I've just completely cut off my cable. I no longer even watch television anymore. Life feels so much better not letting the rest of the world into your mind anymore. It's time to focus on things that really make you happy, and that is human connection. So get your friends, sit them down and say, hey, we're going to play some card games. I'm telling you, it will change your life.